Hi everyone, Zipporah Wayne here, my happy heart coach, coaching parents toward deepening connection and joy with your kids, the founder of the Raising a Mensch Masterclass series. We are here in Elul, Parshas Kitzetzeh. I want to share with you about the importance of compassion for happy heart families, talking about the key of compassion. Hold on until the end to hear a wonderful mantra and affirmation and meditation from Rabbi Pliskin. Absolutely beautiful. That's all about compassion. So today I want to start with, I did a poll, and it seems that emotional regulation seems to be a challenge, staying calm when we're triggered. We are all human. We are all so busy. And we want to talk about today, and there are lots of other things that come up as well, how do we stay calm? And I'm going to put out that I believe it starts with compassion for ourselves and for our children. And the most powerful one-word sentence is breathe. Breathe. Becoming conscious of our breath and also of our thoughts. And Viktor Frankl, as I've mentioned before, has this quote, between stimulus and response, there is a space. Often doesn't feel like there is one necessarily. And in that space, I'll make sure my volume is up. And in that space, that's okay, didn't get too loud for you. In that space is our power to choose our response. And our response lies our growth and our freedom. And I think we lack freedom in that moment when we're feeling triggered. We don't feel free, we feel trapped. I'm speaking for myself too, by the way. So I want to talk about Kitzetzeh. Parshas Kitzetzeh fits perfectly into this. It's very short, bear with me. And this is Grow Through Torah from Rabbi Zelig Pliskin. When you use your intellect, you can defeat your Yetzer Hara, your evil inclination. And you go out to war against your enemies, and Hashem, your God, will give him into your hand. Rabbi Simcha Zissel of Kelm writes that the greatest enemy that anyone has is one's evil inclination, the Yetzer Hara. He constantly wants to ambush you and capture you. He acts as if he were your close friend and loves you, but his goal is really to destroy you. How does one wage war against one's evil inclination? You must use your intellect, which we're going to talk about further in a moment, to contradict his false arguments and to see the truth when he shows you illusory images of how you will gain by following him. Do not allow him to cause you to panic. For when you go out to war against your enemy, the Almighty will give him into your hand. When you're resolved to overcome your evil inclination, you'll be victorious. So this is all about, it's pure Yetzer Hara in the moment when things are happening. We're feeling our limbic system is triggered. We're no longer in executive functioning in the frontal part of our brain. We're in the animal brain, and we're reacting. When we're triggered, we're feeling trapped or stuck or overwhelmed. However, if we can remember that space that exists between the stimulus and the response, and to breathe, the wisest one-word sentence, to breathe. This is prime during Elul, to breathe and take a moment, if at all humanly possible. And it may be very, very challenging in the beginning, but just that one word, to breathe. And then if we're able to do that, then we can fill it in with compassionate self-talk. First of all, we're viewing our child as, or what's happening, or the behavior as the threat, right? However, if we're able to view it as an opportunity to pause, to breathe, then we can be compassionate with ourselves and say, I love this child. I'm feeling triggered. I'm feeling unsafe. If we can reframe that into saying to ourselves, I am safe. I choose to remain grounded, calm, and curious. I choose to remain grounded, calm, and curious. I am safe. And again, seeing the good in yourself. I'm a growing person. I can manage this. And my child's not giving me, you've heard this before maybe, my child's not giving me a hard time. They're having a hard time. They're a child. I often try to remind myself, she's a child. and allowing them that. We do that as children too, right? And that's where the compassion comes in for ourselves, because often that can lead into the Yetzer Hara of beating ourselves up, the guilt, the negative self-talk, beating ourselves up for how we responded. And then trying to move out of that can also be a different challenge. So the compassion, if we can tap into compassion, Rabbi David Aaron, I've mentioned numerous times, has talked about that we are here to emulate Hashem, and we're here to be of service. And I'm going to share a graphic with, I envision again, a waiter or a waitress holding a platter. And what can I serve in this moment? So if we're feeling triggered, how can I be of service? I can be compassionate with myself, not just what to do with my child, how to manage the situation. I can be compassionate with myself and patient with myself. I can say, I can handle this. I can be patient. I am patient. I can pause. I can breathe. I can remain grounded, calm, and curious. Again, seeing the good in yourself and what's possible. And with time and practice, Hashem will come in. Hashem comes in always and holds our hand through it. So we can see it gets easier and easier over time. We take a breath. We create that pause. And what do we fill it with? We can fill it with service, whether it's compassion or humility or curiosity and patience. So I want to read this beautiful, beautiful meditation from Rabbi Pliskin. It's called My Father, My King. I don't know if it's backwards for you. My Father, My King, connecting with the Creator. This is so beautiful for Elul. So hold on. Here you go. It's all about compassion, taking that breath and coming back to this meditation. That would be helpful. So hear your Father, your King, the Creator and Sustainer of the entire universe, saying to you, have compassion, my child. Have compassion for anyone who suffers. Have compassion for anyone in pain or distress. Have compassion for anyone not doing my will. Have compassion for anyone not utilizing life as it could and should be used. Let your compassion lead to kindness in action and in words. Let it be your guide when you're wondering what to say. Let compassion override your anger when anger is what you feel. Let compassion be the quality you emulate in your Creator. Express your compassion with words and deeds. Express compassion to relatives and strangers. Express compassion to both friends and foes. Express compassion as a way of modeling me. Your compassion in the present will be repaid in kind in the future when you most need it. Be compassionate towards my children, and I will be compassionate towards you. So when we're feeling triggered, we're having a hard time staying calm, we can take a breath or just pause for a moment and do our very best, time and time again, to capture compassion and be kind to ourselves, give ourselves a break. We don't have to respond in the moment. We feel triggered too. We feel like it's a knee-jerk reaction. But we can do our best to pause, take a breath, and serve up, be the waitress of compassion and patience and humility and curiosity for ourselves and for our children. And with that, I hope this helps you to stay grounded, drop more in the moment. Let me know how this goes for you. Let me know if you enjoyed the meditation. Add some comments below about your thoughts, about what more you would like to learn about with your parenting. So we are in the month of Elul. I'm just wishing you all continued growth and connection to each other, to your neshama, to your soul, to each other, and to Hashem and your children, raising happy heart families. And here is to learning and growing and sharing your happy heart. I'm Tzipora Wayne. I'd like to support you and maximize your Elul. Sign up for a free 20-minute connection call with me so I can support you during this time. I wish you all the best. Take care. Thank you for joining me.